going on, everybody? This is Phil with Night Owl Studios, and today I have a special pedal for you. It is the Boss Blues Driver BD-2 Keeley modded pedal that I just acquired, and I gotta say, it is a really cool pedal. Now, I remember having one of these pedals a long time ago. I mean, probably late 90s, and I had a bunch of Boss pedals at the time. I didn't really use them very much. I think I was just kind of collecting them, and at that time, I wasn't really thinking that much into them. I wasn't as into effects pedals as I am now, or really, trying and experimenting with them. So I didn't know much about it, and I had it for years and years, and then ended up giving it to a friend a while back, and didn't really think anything of it. And then now, of course, the older I'm getting, I could appreciate it more, and I actually picked this thing up on Reverb. Got a pretty good deal for it, and it was also Keeley modded, so I'm really happy with it. It has a really good tone to it, really dynamic, best way I can describe it. It still retains the character when I lower the volume on my guitar, which doesn't necessarily happen at times. I usually get more of a muddier feel, especially in a Les Paul. So I was able to lower it or hit lighter on my attack and still had that same bite to it. So it's a very cool pedal, very dynamic, like I said, and I think this is going to be a keeper for a while. So this pedal came out in 1995, and apparently it was a big success in the world of Boss pedals. So I know it was marketed more towards a blues player, and I think its biggest selling point was that when you turn down your volume on your guitar, you still had that nice retained clarity, no muddiness that you get from a lot of other lighter overdrives, or even your heavier overdrives to distortions. You kind of lose that character in there, especially with the pedal. So for this, it kind of combined that world of have it hired up, it sounds great, and even when it's lowered, you get a nice cleaner edge of breakup sound, and it just feels good. And I can contest to that. I had that same feeling here. It just felt really nice when I had it really cranked, when I was really going for it, and then when I lightened up my pick attack, it still had that same clarity and dynamic range. So I really enjoyed this pedal. So let's talk a little bit about signal chain. It's going to be pretty common like a lot of my other videos. I have my guitar, which is a 1978 Les Paul Custom, going into my 1965 Pro Reverb. Out of that is going into my Universal Audio aux with the 212 setting. Now that's kind of your 2-rock setting, if that makes sense, G12 65s. And I did add some plate reverb and really light delay to it, but I didn't mess with any EQs or anything outside of that post-production. So I'm trying to give you at least as much of that pedal as you can get. Now, instead of just running 2 cameras and fiddling with the knobs, which I have done in the past, I'm going to give just a few sound examples, kind of your lower gain setting, maybe all knobs at noon, something around that area, and then one with a little bit more distortion to it, or a little more gain on that end, and then ending up with sort of a kind of a blues style, a little bit lower on the gain. So kind of gives you a little bit of a range. Pardon the noodling, it's not great, but hopefully you get an idea, and maybe it's something you like, and a pedal you want to explore. So I'll go ahead and stop talking. We're going to get right into the sounds of this thing, and then we're going to wrap up the video. All right, I hope you enjoy. Thank you. about wraps up the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you got at least a good idea of how this thing sounds, and if it's something you'd be interested in. I did put it side by side. I obviously didn't do it in the video. I could do it for a different video, but I do have the old Blues Breaker right here, Marshall one. And I did put them side by side. It was a little bit different, but I got to a point where I can get extremely close to the sound of each other. I think this one was, in my opinion, had just a little bit more compression to it and a little bit more mid-range. So for certain applications, I really like that, and for some, I really like this Blues driver. So at the end of the day, it's a really good pedal. It's your solid Boss pedal. This thing's going to last a long time. I don't have an original non-modded BD-2, so I have nothing to compare that to, but if this is anything like it, which I'm sure the character is, it's just an all-around great pedal. So it's a keeper. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for checking this out. I know I've been a little absent here for about a month, but I am back in action. Just, everybody knows how it goes, right? We all have our 9-to-5s. We all have things that pop up that we have to take care of and prioritize. So I am back. I didn't forget about anyone. And again, thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for the support. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm going to come out with more videos soon, I promise. So thank you again. Have a great night. Go play some guitar. Take care.